Jeshola.
Good morning, everyone. I am Adibimpe Omotayo, and I'm here all by myself.
Congratulations.
All by myself.
Oh,
Anyway, welcome to the show. Well, let's begin by taking our news points for today. Ajibola.
Court fixes February 24 to hear suits seeking the registration of ADC, Accord others over constitutional breaches. A federal high court in Abuja has scheduled a hearing for February 24th in a suit seeking to compel the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to register the African Democratic Congress (ADC) and some other political parties for their alleged violations of constitutional provisions governing party registration and continued existence. The plaintiff in the suit, the Incorporated Trustees of the National Forum of Former Legislators, also prayed INEC to deregister Accord, the Zenith Labour Party, and the Action Alliance Party (AAP). Listed as defendant in the suit are INEC, the Attorney General of the Federation, and 5 other political parties. The case could not be heard yesterday because the judge was not available, and this prompted the court registrar to choose the February 24 date with the agreement of the lawyers to the parties. The plaintiff lawyer, Yakubu Ruba, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, said the suit is seeking a judicial interpretation of specific constitutional and statutory provisions on the registration and continued recognition of some political parties in Nigeria. Let me just end it there. So, February 24 has been set aside as the day for the hearing of this particular suit. So I'm just thinking, what will happen to the likes of my governor if Accord Party is deregistered?
We got another party. I don't know. And it was still, I mean, we're still talking about yesterday that this is the time the parties should be consolidated.
Honestly.
On, their 2026, 2027 ambitions. But now that these two parties, ADC and Accord, I don't know. February 24th is just around the corner. That is the court sits on that day as well. So it's a long thing here as we speak.
Maybe my governor will dance to another party.
Anyway, there are so many parties to choose from. So let's see where this will definitely end. Let's take the second story this morning. U.S. freezes assets of 8 Nigerians over alleged cybercrime, Boko Haram, ISIL ties. The United States has imposed sanctions on 8 Nigerians over alleged ties to terrorist organizations including Boko Haram and the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant, ISIL, as well as cybercrime-related offenses. The sanctions were announced in a February 10 publication by the United States Department of the Treasury through its Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC. The action was contained in a 3,000-page update of the specially designated national and blocked persons list of reference documents detailing individuals and entities subject to U.S. sanctions. According to OFAC, the list provides formal notice of persons whose property and interest in property are blocked under U.S. law as part of counterterrorism and other sanction programs. Among those designated is Sali Yusuf Adamu, also known as Sali Yusuf, born on August 23rd, 1990. Of course, it's a long read, but let me quickly go to the names of others. Babestan Oluwole Ademulero is also on the list. Also designated was Abu Abdullah Ibn Umar al-Banawi, also known as Ba Idris. Khalid al-Banawi, born in 1976 in Maiduguri, appeared twice in the publication. Ibrahim al-Hassan, Abubakar ibn Muhammad ibn Ali al-Menuki, Nnamdi Orson Benson, born on March 21, 1987, was listed under Cyber 2 sanctions. Of course, that's a cybercrime case. Under the sanctions, all property and interest in the property of the listed individuals within U.S. jurisdiction are blocked. U.S. persons are generally prohibited from engaging in transactions with them. Well, I think it's we're beginning to name and shame, and it's a way to go. But again, some of these individuals that were identified in the list, do we even know who they are? Exactly. Some of them, a breakdown showed their parents, where they were born, and you know how they came about to be on the list. And so maybe a further read by Nigerians, you know, may actually give more insight into who these people are. But if you also look at how these things work, oftentimes these people could also be just fronts for certain
some
other
people.
individuals. But again, at least it's taken the U.S. to do what we've been asking for long. Give us names to work with.
And now we are beginning to see names flying here and there. So at the end of the day, maybe we'll be able to nip in the bud some of the security crises that we are facing as a country.
Okay, I'll take my story. 14-year-old girl becomes Lagos one-day governor. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Monday temporarily vacated his seat as a 14-year-old student, Ms. Esther Etiyemonu, assumed office as one-day governor of the state. Ms. Etiyemonu, a senior secondary school 2 pupil of Lagos State Senior Model College, Igbokota, Imota, Ikorodu Division, emerged overall winner of the 2025-2026 Spelling Bee competition organized for eligible public secondary schools across Lagos. The one-day governor was received by Sanwo-Olu at the State House Marina alongside her 2-member cabinet comprising the one-day deputy governor, Ms. Dorcas Awuyemi of Ikosi Senior High School, and the one-day secretary to the state government, Ms. Salami Jumen Olaide of Angus Memorial Senior High School, Yaba. They were accompanied by their parents and teachers. Congratulations to this girl, to these girls. You know, I like the fact that all 3 of them are female. You know, this is what they call female power. Anyway, this practice dates back to 2001 by our current First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, and it is to empower and encourage young girls or young children
young
to
students.
verge for a better life.
And the spelling bee competition has actually been one that has grown in leaps and bounds, and a lot of children also look forward to it. If you've ever attended any of the competition, and the way they ask questions, the origin. Make a sentence with it. You will hear some words, even you will shut down and ask, excuse me, what was that? I never heard about it before. So, I mean, it's a good one. And congratulations to the winners.
Very, very good one. And it's mentally tasking, like Abimbola mentioned just now, some of those spellings. Even when I hear some of those words.
Those words.
In my mind, I'm like, can I ever spell these words?
Is it French? Or is it
Is
Italian?
it Greek?
Is it Greek?
Is it Greek?
Okay, before we go, my father...
Your father saddled you with a responsibility.
My father saddled me with a responsibility. Since yesterday, you know, we had this report when we're talking about
Shifting dates.
Yeah, election postponement. And I said, election was postponed in 2015 for Valentine. My father called me and said, Adebimpe, you goofed.
You goofed.
It wasn't Valentine, it was security. It was security reasons at that time. NSA then, Dasuki said, you know, he couldn't protect, they didn't have enough troops, you know, to protect that region because Boko Haram said there weren't going to be elections in that region at that time, that is the northeast. So Daddy, I have done
You have done the correction.
He called me again this morning when I was doing my
Make sure
makeup.
you do the
Are you at
needful.
work? I said yes. Remember you goofed and you need to correct. I said, okay sir.
All right. Okay. I mean, it's good that, you know, he's watching and is able to, you know, just put things in the right perspective. Let's quickly go on to the X platform this morning and take a look at one of the many trending stories there. Of course, very quickly, Malam Nasir El-Rufai is trending on the X platform this morning. I hope you know that he slept he slept at the EFCC office yesterday, you know, after being grilled. A lot of things are really not working in his favor as we speak. A lot of cases that hitherto had been swept under the carpet have been brought back. And of course, yesterday, the federal government also slammed him with 3 counts, bordering on so many issues. And a lot of people are saying if he's not careful, this particular case of, you know, that slip, mouth slip, could actually cause him to be actually charged for treason again, because it was a breach of not only a personal breach, but also a risk to national security.
Security, yeah. So it's going to be back-to-back for Malam Nasir El-Rufai. When it's done with the EFCC, the DSS is waiting. So it's back-to-back. Sometimes when you're on national TV or anywhere, you mind the way and manner you talk. When you talk too much, you run into problem.
All right, days ahead for Malam Nasir El-Rufai as it clears his name in so many issues that have been brought against him. Right, we'll take a quick break. When the conversation returns, part 1 of our conversation will be on the side of the table this morning.